All right, fam. This is a game I played against someone on ICC who's clearly stronger than I am, but I happened to win this particular game. This is like a double feature. I'm showing my new opening and the kind of positions you can get into, the complicated positions. Not the greatest game I ever played, but it's also showing, it's like a double feature, showing my new opening when I play with white, what you can get out of my diametrical defense or dear defender. And it's also showing the value of the pieces. You know my videos on the value of the pieces. I'm the first person to say that the bishop's worth 4.3 and rook's 4.6 and knight's 2.6 as well as king's worth. So I got videos on that. So and yeah. So I'm gonna run through this quickly. We get to look at it. It was a 5-minute game. So not the greatest chess ever, and I'm not the strongest chess player, but just want to show my opening and the value of the pieces, how this game went. Okay, so that's D3 or D6. If I had black, D6 is always the opening, always the beginning move, and then knight D2 or knight D7 always follows. That's what makes it the defender. The fianchetto or the king side bishop fianchetto. And we want to prevent this knight from coming here depending on how he opens up. But I'm not going to go too, because it'll take a long time. I don't want to go too deep into it. We're just looking at the moves that were made. This guy's, like I said, was stronger than me. By him moving his bishop here now, I decided to do something. I normally wouldn't do this, but when he moved the bishop there, I said, hey, go ahead and get the pawn. So I went and got the pawn. Didn't really. And I don't know if this was the best move in the world to come backwards. Probably the right thing to do was to push the pawn, use this opportunity to push the pawn up, and then bring the knight here. Yes, I misplayed it because this is the strongest thing to do. But sometimes you're playing stronger people. I know sometimes when I'm playing strong people, I just don't make all the best moves. I got to tell you because anyway, I retreated. Not the right move. He's hitting this sensitive pawn here in this particular opening. E3 is a problem, and this bishop of course is a bad bishop. If I had the black pieces, it would be the C8 pawn bishop. That would be the bad bishop, which would be the light squares in this case, in that situation. So he's hitting at the weak squares. The light squares are very, very troublesome in this opening. Again, another bad move. I should have gone. I should have come here. This is the proper. I had the business playing this game, but by there being no pawns here, I got out of my normal move order. So it should have been here, right here. That gave him, the go ahead to take that file from me, and causing me that I'm trying to make room now to get my queen over so I can get the rook off on the file. Had I moved here, the first and the knight was here, this knight could have went here. I'm sorry, this knight could have gone here, or could have been protecting it. Long story short, I'm going too fast. I just want to kind of make a point that this knight shouldn't have been here. It should have been here on knight f6. This pawn should have been here, and this knight should have been here. Okay. So I ran into problems because of it. I was trying to trade it, get rid of my problems. He didn't do it. Now this check here, I thought that he would take this and try to double me up or get his way in here, penetrate. I didn't. I kind of thought he'd take it, but he didn't get the check, hidden here, because I'm gonna have to double up to avoid it. He didn't do that though. Check. Now he's still after the pawn, but instead of taking the pawn, he hits the queen. So I could just take, because I don't mind this position, I'm not going to duck down behind here and lose that. Yeah, I'm going to take this, he's going to take that, he's going to get this one too. So I'm going to be down a piece. So instead of doing that, like I said, I could have taken here, and then he recaptured. I take the rook, he takes the queen, I take the knight, he takes this pawn. I didn't want that to happen. So I took, and that way, he said, you okay?
Yeah.
I brought your bike in the house.
Oh, I was gonna come get it.
It's finna rain, B. Okay, I'm doing the video. So yeah, now he's got to make an extra move in order to take this pawn. So he activates the knight. Mistake. Knight should have gone to d6. Then on the pin, he could have just moved out the way. He didn't do that. I pinned it, and quickly I'm going to run through this because my family is in the kitchen with me now. He trying to get out of the pin. He blocks. He moves over. Now this was a bad move here for him. It's kind of hard to say exactly what he says because I'm going to bring my knight here and hit these two. His best move, you can analyze if you get curious enough and want to see what happened here. I'm thinking his best move here was pushing the pawn, but in any event, he was going to lose the bishop. He was going to have to trade bishop or pawn. He's going to be a piece down. So these two bishops are equal to this. The knight is equal to this, and the rook is slightly stronger than that. So it's a game. I'm not running away with anything. I'm not terribly losing, but I'm a pawn up at this point. And this is what he did, which was a bad move. Now I'm hitting both. Now he takes the pawn. We're even on pawns again. Now I'm up on pawns again, but he's stepped into the pin. So this game was just about over. That discovered. Jarrell, don't try to bring that bike up. I just told you it's finna rain. Discover, check, forced him to the black square. He didn't actually have to go there, but I was just gonna come back here. But yeah, once he went there. So, all right. So that's it. I just wanted to point that out, and then it's a good open. I like playing it, and it's really important to know the value of the pieces. All right. These kids of mine, Lord have mercy. You all, hope you enjoyed it. Check out the next one when you see it. Peace.